there was this play when I was in second grade, and there's a song. This guy got up and said, "And I'm proud to be an American," and then it goes on. But he was one of my friends, and he happened to be Mexican, and so maybe like in my head, like the whole idea of culture kind of like clicked in, and like I wasn't just maybe before then I was just thinking of like race and color, and like kind of was like, huh. I guess I'm just both. It wasn't like I like tried to achieve one status or another. It's just who I am. My name's Leo. I was born in Nayarit, Santiago, Escuintla, August 8th, 1996. A coastal town in the southern part of Mexico. That was kind of where I was raised, I guess. But then at age 5, then I guess I grew up in Central Oregon. Like celebrating, like Noche Buena, and like going around and I guess kind of caroling and things like that. I think our Christmases were very much here the same as they were in Mexico. Christmas Eve is like huge, and like we celebrate, and then we all stay up till 12, or we like. Well, the adults tell the children to go to bed right before 12, and they wake them up like at 1 in the morning or something, be like, Santa's here, and then get to open up presents at midnight, and then go to bed like at 4 after opening all the presents and building them and stuff, and then wake up back again like at 9, and then that's just kind of Christmas Day. We celebrate, like 4th of July, and I think as well the Mexican Independence Day too, so it's just equally, it's part of our culture. Like 4th of July is something big that always happens in my family. I think I'm Mexican American. Mexican comes first, but I was raised in or I grew up in America, so I feel very much also that pride of like America Independence Day, and as well with the Mexican Independence Day, the history of both countries intrigues me and brings me pride equally. With both my parents, they both had to work really hard, and so I kind of there's like a lot of respect for them. There's a lot also kind of an urge to help them, to understand their sacrifices, and with my siblings, I was always super close with my older sister, Julie. She's not just my older sister, she's my best friend. I think there was that kind of like no judgment in between us, where we tried to like use certain like English words that we weren't super comfortable with, and like our kind of mispronouncing the English words. Although she was a year older than me, it never really felt like that. It always felt more like we were twins. When we had to go to like a special like Spanish to English program in the summertime to have a partner, that it definitely did help. Having her around. With my younger sister, I feel there's kind of this huge age gap, so it's kind of a different relationship, but I still love her and care for her just as much as my older sister. But it's, I think, more of a parental relationship I have with her. Growing up, my parents and my me and my older sibling kind of had not just the age difference, but we also had that to deal with a cultural difference. Only because there were, I was experiencing more of that American culture that I wasn't going to lose the Mexican culture, and they're much more lenient about that with my little sister. one example would be like sleepovers. When it's a American culture, it's super common that kids like go all the time to sleepovers and things like that. But when growing up, my sister and I had to like make our case for why we were gonna go sleepover, because it's not a thing that's common in Mexican culture. It's like, I pay the rent, so you can just go sleep at another house. I think it's pointless and ridiculous. But my little sister, I mean, she goes all the time. It's nice that they're more lenient now. Understand other people's situations too. If a kid has a worse grade than her in her class, not to think of them as stupid or things like that, but to understand that maybe they're having a hard time learning it, or like they have a bad home life, and to help them instead of let them be on their own. Yeah, I think it's something that they taught me in as well. I think I learned. It was kind of hard for me the first couple of years in school, not knowing, having to learn like English and Spanish at the same time, and it really helped me. Some of the people that like were influential in my life were like that to me. Instead of pushing me down, things like that, they understood. They helped me. They took the extra time. And I'm really grateful for that, and it helped me excel later on in my education. But it makes the world's difference to someone else. So I kind of like try to let her know about that, and to be kind to others. Yeah. And actually. Just the other day, I was at Fred Meyer's minding my own business, looking at some like car wash stuff. This like lady like made an effort to walk down this aisle right behind me and call me a dirty Mexican and then walk away. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? But I don't know what she accomplished with her day. Didn't let it affect me. And I think I noticed that a lot in all of my education. Is kind of people were like, I don't think they meant it as a mean thing, but kind of is. And you're not like the other Mexicans. You're kind of cool, and you're like, and I was like, yeah. I mean, I don't see why they would think I'm different. Like I do all the same things as they do. I live in the same place they do. I just happen to speak a different language and know a different culture. If anything, I just get to maybe consume more media than them. More art. Mainly like just ignore people that are hateful. Kind of like that lady at Fred Meyer's. And what would have happened if I confronted her? I mean, probably she would have been like, oh my god, see, they're all hostile. So I kind of wish more people were open to other cultures. I think it's nice to love your country and be proud of your culture and stuff, but if you open yourself up to a different one, I think you can find that a lot of the things you like about your own country you share with another one. Spread patience and equality and things like that. I think people will follow. You can change someone's mind, and they can change someone else's. That cascade effect will happen.